That's like I had somebody ask me the other day, Greg. They're like, "Are you a tit man or are you an ass man?" And me unable to hear, I was like, "I wish I could be the tin man, but I guess I'm an ass man." But anyway, welcome guys to Pink Sock Podcast, your favorite podcast for fuckery and random thoughts and mindsets and stuff. Um, before we do the intro, Greg, what's in your cup?
Juice.
Ah, I just had 3 cups of coffee, I think. So this is gonna be a fun one, and I put a little bit of a honey, and you can guess what kind. Have you heard Horror Hoss's new album or latest album?
Who?
Horror Hoss. We're reviewing it Wednesday.
No, I haven't had a chance, dude. I've had a busy fucking couple of days at
I
work.
I understand, dude, but when you listen to this album, please don't make the mistake I did and listen to it before bed. I
I listened
felt
to it while at work.
I listened to this album and fell asleep. And I fell asleep to the sounds of a man fighting a sleep paralysis demon over
How many
ambient
tracks
music.
is there?
How many tracks is there?
Is it more than 10?
It's a full album, bro. It's an hour long.
I can get through work with that.
Listen to his whole discography while you're at it. He's a great artist.
Yeah. Is he coming on the show?
Yes, he is. He's going to be here next week. We're pre-recording that on Saturday, I do believe. No, Sunday. We're doing it on Sunday at 10
Yeah.
a.m. my time. This album has 7 tracks.
Shit. You need to send me the link because I keep forgetting and stuff like that.
Please
I
don't.
just had a hectic week. We had Father's Day on Sunday.
Oh shit.
And we had like the club footy grand final,
Uh-huh.
which they won, so they came back to celebrate, and we got smashed. They were
Bro,
drunk. There was a lot of, and then yeah. So I've had a busy fucking weekend. Head's back to explode, and I got work in 7 hours time too.
damn, dude. So we got to keep this one short, right?
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
How was your weekend? What's been happening down in your end?
My weekend has been crazy. My whole week, my whole month. All right, let me tell you what happened to me yesterday.
Apart from those glasses.
Yeah, those glasses are atrocious. I know. Um, I did stand-up comedy for the first time, as you guys know, inside of a gymnasium, not gym, not like a Planet Fitness, but inside a gym, which was awesome. We had a great set. Guy that I met there, and I became friends, and he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to do stand-up comedy inside of a high school?" Like,
Yeah.
oh, that is a great opportunity, and it really was. I'm not downplaying it at all, but I think my man had a great sense of humor when he had a comedian like me showing up to an event, and they weren't high school kids. They were elementary and middle school children.
Oh
They were
shit.
kids.
Yeah.
And we went on after a professional motivational speaker who's been in commercials with LA, like LeBron James and shit.
Oh,
Like, and this dude's
that's
been
true.
like in commercials, and the first UFC World Heavyweight Champion was there, and like, I'm sitting there like, why am I on this stage? Am I in the right place? Uh,
Mm.
but yeah, we fucking crushed it. It was a great challenge in my life, and I appreciate being brought there.
So that was your second one.
That was my second time. It wasn't really comedy this time. It was more motivational speaking.
Who cares? But to share the same
Stage with these
stage
people.
with those people, and it's your second time doing it as well.
Yeah.
That's fucking huge, dude.
No, what was fun though, and what made it easier for me is me and my buddy Matt, we went on together. It wasn't like two
That's
separate.
okay.
It wasn't
Yeah.
two separate sets, so we kind of fed off of each other's energy. I kind
For
of
like
spread.
30 minutes or?
I think we're up there for maybe 15, 20. That's all we really needed. We got our message out that you can overcome drugs, which is like Matt's, past, and I'm proud of him for overcoming all of that and spreading his positive message about how you can overcome. And then I spread my message of like you can overcome your anxiety and get on a stage, whether it be in front of children or in front of adults.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad, dude.
It's fucking awesome, though.
It was fucking amazing, and I
And
love
the other guys were talking about, oh yeah, LeBron James was a fucking amazing legend, this and that and that.
Well, I was able to go on that stage, and yes, I'm not as well known as the people that were there. I'm not. I know that. I was not as prepared as some of the people there, but still had a message to fucking spread. I still got a big story to tell. My first year of being a podcaster, we have interviewed, like in the first year, like with Tony and then with you coming on and all that. Within the first 3 years, we was able to interview some pretty heavy name hitters.
It's funny. On my Facebook memories of the stuff that I was sharing, we've interviewed a lot in that year, in that 1 year, which is pretty wild.
Yes. And dude, some of the names that we have interviewed, yes, like with me, and this is why I interview these kinds of people, they aren't necessarily hugely famous. They're well known, but they're not hugely famous, but they have amazing stories to tell. And that's what we need to start looking at, is these people deserve more attention than what they get. Yeah. Musically and life-wise.
Well, like Bourbon, is it Bourbon House?
Bourbon House, yes.
Yeah. Like, didn't they get signed to like some major record deal?
Yes, and that needs to happen more often. We need to push like other podcasters, other musicians, other everything. People that are
and
like
a band from India as well.
Yeah.
They just released a new song.
Diamer, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people we've interviewed. A lot of people we've interviewed has made it. And I'm not saying because of us. It wasn't because of us. But to say that we've interviewed these people is incredible. We need to start interviewing and accepting talking to whoever. The big podcasters especially.
Yeah.
Send the email. It doesn't matter how big or small they are. If you hear of an artist, send that email. If you're doing this for fame or you're doing this for money, you're in it for the wrong reason.
Yeah, exactly. I've been listening to a lot of podcasting lately. I've been listening to a guy named Chris Garza. He's the guitarist from Suicide Silence. And he had I've been just watching his YouTube episodes and stuff. Like, he had the guy from Lionheart. He had like the original Suicide Silence members on.
See, bro,
it's pretty good to listen to. I like it.
Not to interrupt your thought. Kate motherfucking Savage is in the building. Thank you, dear, for supporting and subscribing. We're just chilling out and talking. We're talking music, we're talking motivation, we're talking inspiration, and we are going to be talking about damn near everything. We're just open topic for now. But thank you for tuning in, dear. I am just proud of people when they make it like that. Podcasts and stuff. They're huge. But can we please agree, at least for our podcast, and agree on this for other podcasts? When you make it big, you shouldn't just interview big names. You should make it a point to at least have a couple underground bands or underground artists, because, let's say we make it big tomorrow. I would love to talk to James Hetfield of Metallica. I would love to talk to Ozzy Osbourne, them guys. But you know what? They're not the future. I want to talk to the guy sleeping in a fucking tent that's in a band trying to make it right now.
I kind of feel like we've helped those smaller bands to get out there, especially the ones that just broken up and they're just trying to promote themselves out there.
Yes, and I
Like
like.
isn't it like heavy pattern?
Yeah, they are fucking legends, and I'm fucking forever grateful that they've been on the show. But they were in the middle of a comeback, and they agreed to be on the show, and we have had great guests like that too.
Yeah. Do they follow you on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah, same. Like it's kind of cool. Like hopefully we can have like hopefully the whole band can come back.
I do plan on that. I have that.
Or we'll have the guys from Dimmer, Dimber, what do you want to call them, from India? Yeah, because their new song came out. I've listened to snippets and whew.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Hetfield got COVID apparently.
Mr. Hetfield, yeah, I heard about that. He's been dealing with some health issues. I hope he gets better. But like I was saying, if we ever make it huge, I don't want to, really. I want to be...
Nah, me either. I just want to have fun with it, that's all.
I want to have fun with it, but I also would like to eventually... It's not that I'm in it for the money. I'd like to eventually make some profit off of it so that I can make this kind of my business and help spread a good message and a peaceful message. Kate met James Hetfield. Tell him about the podcast next time. I was just kidding. But if I ever do make it somewhat big, or we make it somewhat big, I want to make it a point to continue doing what we are doing. Yes, we'll interview big names here and there. That's how you stay relevant. But I want to be like Headbangers Ball, for instance. We're wearing T-shirts of bands that nobody's really has a chance to listen to. We interview those kind of bands. We interview the bands on the streets. We try to make it a point to help them, and we create the future or help people discover the future.
Pink Sock Headbangers Ball makes a comeback.
Dude, I would love to make my own Headbangers Ball. I'd like to actually...
Pink Sock Ball? Pink Sock Heavy Metal Ball?
Well, what I was thinking...
Heavy Metal Pink Sock.
Well, if we make it big enough, Greg, we may have to evolve the name.
That'd be cool.
Like, to a more, like, professional type name and just keep this as, like, a comedy thing and do the music thing separate.
You know who I'm allowed to get on here?
Who? Rob Zombie?
Yeah, but he's on tour right now.
Bro, I've been emailing. The thing is I don't expect people to reply right away.
Riggs did.
Riggs did.
But he couldn't do it. So
I do not expect a yes from any of these bigger artists, but I do send emails anyway, and that's what you should do too if you're a podcaster, because every now and again you'll get that shocking email back. Tell me when. Now, the biggest thing I didn't like being in music media was not the no. I respected the no. It was the ignoring my emails.
Yeah. Sometimes it's with me, because I have 2 email addresses.
Yeah.
And like my main one is my Microsoft like Hotmail one. I check that more than my Gmail one.
Yeah, like I get it. They get busy. I
lose track with them sometimes.
But it gets frustrating sometimes when you're like, hey, like your job is to keep track of this band's media. And like some of it's not even to interview. Some of it's like to get into shows, because I have a photographer. I review shows sometimes for a media company in Vegas. And I would get a hold of them, and they don't want you to email them until a week before the show. That is one of the rules.
Yeah.
So you message them a week before the show, and they don't even email you back a yes or no. So you don't even know if you're going. And sometimes it's the day of the event that they approve you.
Yeah. Because I remember like Joe Latz said he'll be doing it, but then he was like on the other side of the country. I think with Lindemann. But then I think we just kind of lost track, and then my Instagram got hacked, and then I guess like he's doing other things, and then now it's heaps hard to keep track with these stuff a bit now.
Well, I just send the emails. It's no big deal that they don't reply. I was
Mm.
just making the comment that if you're a big enough band and you have somebody in control of just one part of your booking, which is media, at least send a no.
You have a favorite guest?
A favorite guest we've had on the show?
Yeah,
Well,
this
I'm
year
gonna
so far.
this
We're
year.
mid-year already, so
We're gonna do our favorite interviews of this year so far.
but like you can name one now because I'm going to pick Eric Dover because like
Well,
he's like a guitar like just legend really. He played on one of my favorite Cooper albums, which Alice Cooper's new album, by the way, is really really good. It's doing well in the charts too.
I've heard it, and
After they're trying to cancel him,
it's an incredible album.
it is, yeah,
I don't agree with Cooper's statements at all, but it doesn't stop me from being a fan.
yeah.
My
Everyone should have their own voice and their own opinion to it. People just need to stop being so, I guess, defensive. I guess.
that yeah, like I don't agree with what he said. I mean, and I moved the hell on. He's not spending money to like keep people separated like some artists are. He's just making an opinion.
Yeah,
Now if he starts openly donating to companies that do separate, then I'm gonna have to like at least publicly say I don't agree with it.
yeah, but as a longtime fan, that doesn't bother me at all, man.
Podcast dead.
Did you eat the turkey already?
No, I didn't.
Was it?
My dad's concerned about turkey. It is in the fridge. Yes, it is. I just had it. It's in the fridge. My
Yeah.
dad is wanting turkey.
He's concerned about turkey because he is a turkey. Or
Your mum had the broom out for your dad. Like,
You know how random it is in the middle of a podcast. Somebody be like, "Hey, where's the turkey, man?" That's like the most. My dad don't even smoke pot.
I didn't even know. Like, when you're high, you fucking eat turkey.
When you're high, it is hard to follow a diet regimen. I found out recently.
I wouldn't know. So
It
I get
gives
high
you
on sugar, but like, yeah.
it gives you what you call the munchies, and it makes you want
Yeah,
to
we say that term too here.
Well, the thing is when you're high, you should stick to like healthy food choices. That's why you only keep healthy food choices in the house, or you just drink beverages, which is what I've started doing whenever I'm high. But then I get really bloated because of all the water.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never touched this shit. I've never been high. Or like, I've been offered in parties years ago, but no.
Come to the States. I will fix that for you.
Maybe.
So, what guest would you like to have on this show, Gorak, in the future? Let's aim for a goal. Let's aim for a goal by the end of. We're not even give us to the end of the year. We're going to give us a little
Really,
bit.
that would be cool.
Give us April of next year and pick a guest, somebody who you think is believable for us to achieve by then.
Really valid.
Let's do it.
I'm not too sure what's he doing now. I know he's probably got tours coming up soon, but that'll be cool. Or Chris Garza from Suicide Silence. We could talk about his podcast too, because like he always started it because of the pandemic, obviously, but like
I've got
it's
one.
going pretty good.
I've got two guests. They kind of count as one because I would want either one, and they're in the same band.
Yeah.
Blothar of Gwar or Sleazy P. Martini.
Or both.
Or both.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Greg. Do you have access to the email?
What, to that email?
To our email.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Let's start emailing on and off our respected artists and see if we can get them on the show by next year.
when I met Guar, man, like before the original singer passed away, like days after the festival,
Mhm.
they're just like really cool dudes.
They are, and sadly,
Have you
addiction.
met them?
No, not at all.
So nice. Like I still remember this. Like at the festival at the time, the Soundwave Festival, they would have like meet and greets there at like this tent, but like it's like you buy like a ticket, it's like $2, and the $2 for that ticket goes to like a donation or something,
That's so nice.
which is pretty cool in a way. So it's a win for both artists and for like the money that's going to like a donation. And but then I had different time slots. I missed out on Phil and Samo because that sold out just quickly. But
Right.
meeting Guar for the first time when I'm just got into their music, they're just like super fucking nice.
I've heard that, and Guar is one of those bands. I've heard this. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that Guar really doesn't make much money on the road because
Really?
they put a lot of their money. They're pretty independent right now. They're signed to Nuclear Blast, I think, but all their music is like independent. They pay for all their own shit.
Hmm.
They're like they put most of their money towards their stage setup, and they've always have.
Yeah, yeah. That probably explains why, I guess. Too. Um, they're a very visual band,
Yeah.
and that like, but I was just lucky to meet the whole band before the lead singer passed away.
I would have loved to have met him, and a lot of people call him, and I'm not calling you out on this, Greg. This is just me talking. Um, a lot of people call who you're referring to um, the almighty Odorous Urungus.
Hmm.
A lot of people refer to him as the original lead singer. Now, he did sing on a lot of tracks,
Yeah.
but Guar never had a lead singer, technically speaking,
Oh.
because all the members had
Well,
vocals on each album.
or vocalists?
Now, their
Yeah,
big
right.
hit.
That's cool.
They've had multiple vocalists. They've had the guy who currently plays Blothar is actually the original Beefcake, and he sung on a couple albums back when he was Beefcake. Um, Odorous sung on a lot of tracks, a lot of them. That's why he's labeled their vocalist. However, Sleazy P. Martini sung on some tracks.
Yeah.
You had the female vocalist, what was her name? Sexecutioner, I think was her name.
Yeah. That name sounds familiar.
No, Sexecutioner is the big dude with the saw. I forget who the female was, but they've had two female vocalists.
Yeah.
They've had, oh God, so many people singing on different tracks. But yeah, the big ones was him and the Sexecutioner and Beefcake.
Well, I saw something on Facebook that they're gonna release one of the last tracks that what's his name?
Odorous.
David Rocky? Yeah, Odorous sang on.
Dave Brocky had a band. I don't know if you've ever heard of his band, but he had a band called the Dave Brocky Experience.
Nah.
And they were fucked up.
Yeah. Like as in really like drunk and high fucked up or
lyrically.
Oh really?
Yeah, kind of like Guar, but like without Guar in a way.
Yeah.
And the music is just really weird. It's not
It's like that with, it's kind of like that with Devin Townsend, right?
Yeah,
but
not as it's artistic as hell, but it's not as artistic.
it's
like
it's messed up artistic.
It's artistic in a different way. It is a great album.
Yeah, yeah. But
now
I'm pretty sure that's what I came across on Facebook with that shit.
Guar has a new track starring Dave Brocky. I'm gonna have to check that out. Also, did you know Guar used to do select shows under the name RWAG? RWAG. They used to come out without the masks on. They were the slaves from the slave pit, and they'd come out and sing Gwar tunes.
I would have loved to see Gwar and Lordy.
Gwar, Lordy, Mushroom Head, Slipknot, and Mudvayne should all tour together.
And the headline is Alice Cooper.
Rob Zombie and then Alice Cooper.
Yeah. You have 6 supporter acts only playing for like 10, 15 minutes each.
Dude, I got an idea. They should do a horror fest type thing. Have Alice Cooper headline, Rob Zombie co-headline. A Wednesday 13, like have all the shock rock bands.
Yeah. Could you? That'd be huge. They would call it. What would they call it if it was like that as a festival though? Like 5 nights of shock rock.
Shock rock, the shock rock cruise.
The shock.
Can you imagine being on that fucking cruise ship?
And it's just like horror.
Then
like on the big screen TV, it's like the movie Ghost Ship.
No, bro. The horror cruise taking place on the rebuilt Titanic.
That's scary as fuck.
They're taking the Titanic, and they're rebuilding it and then putting it on the same cruise that it took those many years ago. Now, the iceberg's obviously not there. It's like melted or shit by now, global warming or whatever. But would you really like to curse yourself like that?
Fuck no.
Like on the real?
It'd be like that submarine that imploded.
Man, I don't want to say one way or another about that submarine, but like, it's dumb.
I know. But what a way to fucking, like your life, because when it implode, it's like that.
Yeah,
really.
you're dead.
Like just But when that happened and all those memes came out, that was just fucking stupid, dude.
It was stupid.
Especially for like this is why I'm off TikTok for the second time, because of like people like making fun out of that shit, saying, going fishing, looking for money, like.
But I will say though, it is a tragedy and shit. But the company that was doing that, after the death, they were still advertising publicly that they do that.
It's not worth it.
And I also heard, and I don't know how true this is, but I heard that like they kind of didn't run as much tests as they should have on those things, or they were kind of faulty.
And they were using a PlayStation controller.
They were using a PlayStation controller. I'm not laughing at the horrific event. I'm laughing at the irony of it all. The controller and the Nokia phone, I believe, both survived the tragic incident.
I heard that. That's what's really messed up too. That
your fucking controller has more.
What's that?
Your controller is tougher than the thing that you're controlling it with.
Yeah, but
do you have the munchies, Dad, or something? Did you get into my honey? What the hell are you doing?
Bonging, man. I'm bonging.
Dude's hungry, man. Leave him alone.
He asked me where the turkey was. He grabbed turkey out of the fridge. He came in here and grabbed cottage cheese, and now I don't know what he's got now. This dude's got the munchies this morning.
But what's really messed up too is like the kid that died in there didn't want to go in there.
You should never force your children to do your stupid shit, okay? If you're doing stupid shit, now, if you need help being described what stupid shit is, it's going into water that like could have other creatures or whatever. If you're going into water that isn't a pool, that's stupid shit you shouldn't involve your children in, or unless you're like fishing, whatever. If they have floaties on.
Like he was scared.
Don't put your kids with other animals that could kill the child, obviously.
Yeah.
If you have children, don't have them do your stupid shit. Don't skydive with them.
But it's
Leave them semen demons at home and get into your submarine and go. But don't take your semen demons out in deadly places like that unless you want a late term abortion. Go ahead.
But like, I understand they went down there to search for like the missing Titanic shit or whatever it was. You know what I mean? But like, fuck.
Do something different. Don't fucking try to find the Titanic. Don't try to land on the moon.
Yeah, I still reckon it was like some type of curse thing down there.
I think it is a curse. This sounds like a new horror movie. Not making light of the situation. But
Evil Titanic.
No.
It's a spin-off of Evil Dead. I'm joking.
Just people in a submarine trying to survive. Like,
oh, that'd be like fucking that movie Buried, Ryan Reynolds.
bro, that movie is wild.
I reckon they should do a sequel called Buried,
And just
but
have
it's
him,
like him popping out of the grave.
have him being the Undertaker.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds as the Undertaker.
Can I say that movie pissed me off? Since most people watching this have seen it now. If you haven't, I'm sorry. The ending of Buried still, like, that's the one thing that like pisses me off the most in life. Is I spent an hour and a half, 2 hours, really involved in this guy surviving, and they're in their own fucking hole.
Yeah, that's fucking scary, eh? I remember the first time I watched that, that gave me weird fucking like claustrophobic just watching that, because like shit like that does happen in real life, but like imagine, but
to happen in a movie.
Yeah, but like just imagine like you're on your phone, they're threatening like your best friend, then your wife, then like the secret was out saying that you're having an affair with your co-worker or some shit, and then they were saying that, you know, we're not too far away from you. They dig up the hole and you're not there, and then a fucking bomb strikes and you start sinking on in the dirt. What do you do from there?
How would you make a sequel of this?
Yeah.
Tie it in with Evil Dead.
The book thing.
That's the fucking Gorak key to life. Just loop it in with Evil Dead or Need for Speed.
Yeah. Evil Dead and Freddy Krueger.
I have an idea for a horror movie. Let's take Titanic and turn it into a horror movie. Call up the original cast.
Which one? Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes, Leonardo and that girl. Have her like really aged, like really old, and have her on have her on the Titanic too, and have Leonardo like he's.
They did do a Titanic too, and it was a flop.
No, this is different. Have Leonardo DiCaprio on this fucking ship as a ghost, bro, and have like it's been 100 and something years, and Rose is back, and she's like the spokeswoman of like this Titanic too, and then she gets on it, and fucking Jack's trying to find her, and he's like murdering motherfuckers on the ship, trying to get her.
Just pop up.
Yeah, he's a ghost. He's like, "You let go, you bitch," and it's like,
yeah, you left me to freeze to die.
It's like 13 ghosts. You have like all the ghosts of all the different people in Titanic. Like, I should not be allowed in Hollywood to write ever.
I'd watch that.
She's back, and have like this really old woman with a white. That'd be fucking cool. Have her be like.
And I have the flashbacks when like the handprint on the door.
Yes. Yes.
And there's two old people fucking.
Ew. Ew.
Oh, come on, man. We're going to get old one day.
Yeah.
I am old, but yeah.
Do you want to be sexually active when you're old, though? Because you're either going to be the old pervert at the party, or you're going to be like piping down 90-year-old grandmas. And I don't know if at any age that's attractive to people. I don't know. You might see them as like your age or whatever, but like these 90-year-old dudes are usually going after like fucking like the creepy ones that are still sexually active go after like people like in their 40s and shit. And that's not weird, but it's weird when you see it sometimes. Like with Pam and like, well, who was it? Anna Nicole Smith that was with that 90-year-old grandpa. I'm not judging. But like,
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, what was it? Hugh Hefner?
No, it was some 90-some-year-old rich dude. I don't know why he was rich, but why people were saying she's in it for the money, and I think it was love. Don't laugh.
And money.
She was already rich. She was Anna Nicole fucking Smith. She was everywhere back then.
Yeah, true. But then drugs took over.
Yeah, but she was still rich.
Until drugs took over.
But I wonder, like, how good in bed that dude must have been, because, like, he had Anna Nicole Smith. All right, a lot of dudes wanted Anna Nicole Smith. Let's be honest.
Yeah, she wasn't too bad looking.
And here comes this guy. I love him. I loved him when I saw him. People got hateful. They're like, oh, she's with an old man. It's drugs, blah, blah. I wasn't. I know I was joking earlier about it. It was just a joke. It wasn't weird to me. It was weird to other people. But I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. You're like almost on the way out and you're able to score a supermodel. Like, what? I hope when I'm that guy's age, I'm laying pipe wearing a fucking I'm laying more pipe than Mario, and I'm wearing this fucking nightgown. I hope I'm that cool.
I'll be wearing my overalls.
I got to get on it though, dude, because I'm not doing it now. I don't know what I'll be doing then. But bro,
you still got plenty of time. I've heard there was rumors of that Johnny Depp and Jenna Ortega are dating.
Really? I hope so.
Really? That's fucking creepy as shit, dude. 60 and a 20-year-old.
It is. It's weird to some. How old is she now?
20. I mean, really, she looks 16.
She does. I can't really defend that, but I can't hate on it either because at the end of the day, they're both consenting adults. Technically speaking. I mean, it's odd.
Yeah.
But he wasn't grooming her since she was a child as far as we know.
Yeah.
They probably had just met.
And probably the media is making... Because I know... Because I heard that Jenna Ortega is going to be... It will be in Beetlejuice 2 next year. That's coming out next year, I believe. And I think Johnny Depp was going to be in there. I'm not too sure. But
he is, but the thing is there's nothing to back these rumors up.
Yeah.
It's just people talking.
Yeah.
The actress even had to talk out on it, which is crazy.
I heard about that. Yeah, she goes, just leave us alone.
Yeah, like...
But not in that voice, but like, you know what I mean.
Just leave me, like Michael Jackson. But like, I don't know. Johnny Depp has gotten a lot of negative publicity lately, and I'm wondering if like, and this is like the conspiracy theorist to me, but I'm wondering if he's planning big things like exposing Hollywood or some shit that happens a lot. Like there's always those celebrities that their career gets ruined, and then you find out later on that they meant good.
Maybe.
But the media made them out to look bad because they were going to expose some shit.
They always do. They always tell the bullshit with when they see something, you know what I mean?
I'm not trying to get political with this, but I'm going to touch on the subject a little bit. For instance, Michael Jackson. He was friends with kids. It may be weird to some, but he never touched them or anything like that, as far as we know publicly and through the lawsuits. The one thing that I do know and that I watched a documentary on was Michael Jackson was very much for protecting children, and he more than likely was ready to expose the whole pedophile ring shit, like with Epstein and all that shit, and they went after him and made him look like he was a pedophile to derail his plans. Which seems like a conspiracy theory that could be true. because he's very
You
open
know.
to saving the children. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah. My brother has seen the Jackson 5 play
You saw the
perform.
Jackson 5 play live?
Yeah, they played in Wollongong, just up the road from my place. Maybe shit. It was like years ago. Let me have a look. So
It
I know
had
he
to
went
have
to
been. Was
because
this
that's
when
when
they,
this
was
is
this
when they did like the reunion thing.
okay? It's when they did the Jack, not like ABC little kid Michael. It was like when the
All the
Jack,
grown ups.
yeah,
Yeah.
when the Jackson 5 reunited and they did that little reunion tour or whatever in 2000. I want to say,
You reckon if Michael Jackson was still alive, who would have done it?
yeah, he loved his brothers as far as I know. I think he would have done it.
I think so too. That would have been pretty cool though.
Because he did it then and he was a superstar then. Um,
Hmm.
and the thing is, Gorak, I would love to cover it on the show sometime once we get like a lot of our reacts out of the way. I would love to dive into the other Jackson's music. Jermaine Jackson, for instance, he had a great solo career, but he got overshadowed by his brother, unfortunately.
Hmm.
There's been a lot of great artists out there that as good as their brothers and their relatives, and I would like to cover that too.
I'm just trying to. I think it was the 2012 and 2013 concert, maybe.
Have you ever listened to Jermaine Jackson's music?
I haven't. No.
You should, bro. He released a solo album in 2012. Like he's still doing stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He's still
But
doing.
those kids got fucking huge.
They
Um,
did, but like Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Malone, they never got the fame that their brother did. Sadly, after the Jacksons broke up.
yeah, which is a bit of a shame, but for
But they
their
all,
age,
but
like,
they all had solo careers, and they were all amazing. Unfortunately, Marlon Jackson only got one solo album out of the deal.
yeah.
Jackie, I think, got a couple, maybe. Yeah, two. Tito got maybe, I think he got two albums. Jermaine is still pumping out albums occasionally.
That's cool.
I have a friend who, fun story. I would love to have her on here, but I don't know how she does with public interviews and shit like this. But I'll ask her. Um, when she was a kid, and Michael Jackson was a kid, she played hide and seek with Michael Jackson
Mm,
in Vegas. I
yeah,
believe
right.
Vegas. Her father was like a hairdresser in Vegas. It's her story to tell, not mine. So I'm going to keep it kind of brief. But yeah, she knew Michael in a sense from when she was a child. She also met Elvis Presley.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
her father was a hairstylist for Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Now, what I did just now, Greg, is I did send you Horror Haas's latest album for you to check out.
I need to check my phone later on.
But Gorak,
Yeah.
I did do something recently that's a little crazy for me. I'm crazy and unpredictable.
Yeah, that's
Um,
nothing new.
I found out recently that our lovely governor of Ohio is so against cannabis that he has stated that even if we vote for it, he will try to veto the bill and not let it pass.
Yeah, right.
So I've got a group of people in my corner. I may not be an army, but I've got one.
Mm,
So I've sent Mr. DeWine, or somebody in charge of Mr. DeWine, a lovely email challenging him to sit down and respectfully speak our alternative views and talk to one another as adults and get an answer as to why he's willing to go against the will of the people. instead of letting us do what this country's supposed to do. Vote on it. Yeah, like I understand certain bills that hurt everyone get vetoed, but this one does not hurt anyone. And I'd like to get some people in the cannabis field and stuff, if Dwayne answers, to go with me and to educate him and to speak on it in a factual manner. I'm getting numbers up and everything for Mr. Dwayne. So Dwayne, reply to your email respectfully. Soft.
Yeah.
But Gorak, what have you got going on in your life? You got a missus. I finally got to meet her.
Yeah, for like 30 seconds.
Lovely woman. I got to meet her for 30 seconds. She's great, Gorak. Keep her around.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're going to be a raging psycho, then don't, please.
Yeah, I will keep that one in mind. It's so funny. I went to the supermarket last night, and then she's like, "Oh, this is not there." Blah blah. I had a look, and I grabbed it. I'm like, "Oh, see, I found it." And then one of the ladies I was restocking the shelves, like, he's a good man. He's a keeper. I was just like, "Ha!" and walked away.
You don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know my life. You don't know my story.
Yeah, you don't know my pod. You don't know my pink sock.
But bro, are you still doing the guitar stuff? Because I know you've quit doing covers and you're not on
Every
TV.
now and then I got my I've been playing around with my 7-string.
Fuck yeah, dude. What have you been playing lately?
Bit of corn.
You've been eating corn.
And stuff, yeah. I had this guitar for like 7 years. I bought this for my 30th.
Bro, that guitar
myself.
has survived wars.
Yeah, it's I think it's matte black,
That's
but
awesome.
it's fading a little bit, which is kind of cool though.
I love it. It's becoming matte green. Or gray, I mean.
Yeah.
Matte gray.
A little bit. The guy told me when I bought it, said when you play it a lot, it'll wear out, but then it'll look good. So
Just buff it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a fucking great guitar.
You can find Gorak on every single social media platform. It is Gorak_1985. He might not post on every single one. You can find me
apart from TikTok, because I'm not on TikTok anymore.
Oh, you're not on TikTok? Okay. I am on allmylinks.com/official Mike Usenick. You can find Pinksock at allmylinks.com/PinksockPodcast. Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be reacting to Horror Haas's latest album. You can listen to it yourself.
I'm so playing that at work.
People are going to be like, what the fuck are we listening to? Now, anything you want to say, Greg, before we go?
Sleep time.
Sleep time. Love y'all, and as always, live long, rock hard.
Oh, listen to Avatar's new album. Fucking amazing.
Bro, it is amazing.
I fucking love it.
Also, if you're into pop music, I know, Greg, you listen to all types of music. Remember that girl that did Friday?
Oh, Rebecca Black.
She has a new album. She should not be judged for what she did 12 years ago because she is a great artist. This is a great comeback. Go check it out.
She's still around. Jeez.
Yes. She's not still around. She's making a comeback. I love y'all. And as always, live long, rock hard.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.